Hi, everyone. My name is Brooke Bear. I am the program coordinator of the MS Strategic Brand Communication online degree program. Welcome to our first Facebook Live session. I just want to make sure that I cover a little bit about our SBC program before I answer any questions. So our program is 100% online. So you can take it anywhere in the world. You can complete it in 15 months and is developed for working professionals. So we do understand your time constraints, working a 40+ work week plus having a family. So we believe that you will only need to dedicate 10 to 12 hours per week on our program. So that is our program. We are uniquely partnered between the Department of Business Administration in the Geese College of Business and the Sandage Department of Advertising in the College of Media here at the University of Illinois. So all of our professors who teach on campus actually also teach online for our program, and we have it works out to be about half and half. So about 6 professors teach for the business side of our program, and about 6 professors teach courses for the advertising side of the program. I'd like to open it up to any questions. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you, Melissa. So the application process is very similar to most other programs. Besides filling out the actual application, you will upload your most current resume plus your undergraduate transcripts. And then you will provide a statement of purpose and 3 letters of recommendation. Sorry, I'm blanking just a little bit, but so the application criteria is actually based on your work and your undergraduate experience, your undergraduate GPA, your statement of purpose, your letters of recommendation, plus, if need be, your English aptitude test. And we base it on all of that. So, you know, if one thing is lacking a little bit, but the rest are very high, we will take that into consideration. So, for instance, if your undergraduate GPA is just a little bit lower than the 3.0 graduate college minimum requirement, we will take that into consideration with the rest of the application process, and you might possibly still be able to get in, quite possibly, actually. Does anybody have any other questions? Absolutely. It is completely possible to balance your SBC degree program with a 40+ work life. We are developed for professionals, so we understand your time constraints. Like I said previously, we estimate that you'll dedicate about 10 to 12 hours per week on coursework. Everything is done online. We do have 1 synchronous session a week per class, and those are usually Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday evenings. And they're usually an hour to an hour and a half long. And that's a great way to connect with your professor and connect with other students. So yeah. Hi, Ellie. So the class format is, it's a cohort, so it's a 15-month long program, and each class begins after the next one ends. We do have breaks scheduled, so I think for the next cohort there are 4 week-long breaks over Thanksgiving, winter break, spring break, and then another week in July. So our 2 credit hour courses, we have 2 at the beginning of our program and 2 at the end. Those are 4 weeks long. And then our 3 credit courses are 5 weeks long. completely online, and you go through everything with the same cohort. Does that answer your question, Ellie? Great, thank you. So our classes range, we have about 6 business administrative classes and 6 advertising classes that are meshed together to make up our program. And they range from consumer insights 1 and 2, measurement, data analytics. There's a multitude of, and measurement and evaluation. So there's tons of marketing and advertising classes, and mixed along with our business, our regular business classes as well. If you want more information on the descriptions of the courses, you can visit our website at sbc.illinois.edu/curriculum. We are currently still accepting applications for the fall 2018 cohort, so I don't have a good estimate of what the number will be. I can tell you that our current cohort consists of 29 students. We are anticipating that we might have more for the next cohort, but like I said, we're still accepting applications, so we probably won't have a great estimate until mid to late July. Hi, Clinton. So the benefit of the SBC degree is that we combine contemporary business management courses along with a huge emphasis on marketing, advertising, and branding courses as well. So, and there aren't many SBC degrees or branding master's degrees right now in the country at all. So the benefit is that you will have a degree that stands out among, for instance, MBA degrees are very prevalent right now. So the SBC is very similar, although it focuses more on marketing, advertising, and branding, but it stands out to potential employers. Any other questions? Any opportunities for intensives or seminars? Right now, we don't have intensives or seminars, but we do offer webinars at least once per semester for students to watch online. And so the presenter will present their webinar, and then one of our academic leads, Dr. Dilip Chahan, will sit down for a Q&A with that participant to answer some questions that pertain to the degree program and to our students. So as of right now, we actually went to Chicago for a networking event, one of the other academic leads and I, Dr. Jacqueline Hitchen, and we were able to meet with a handful of students that live in the Chicagoland area. So that was really exciting. But other than that, we don't have any in-person meetings except for when we have our graduation ceremony in October. Great question, Melissa. Our current students are from all over. We actually have a lot of students from the Midwest, some in Illinois and the Chicagoland area, but others scattered throughout. We have some in Nebraska, Kansas. We also have a few on the West Coast, and we have between 4 and 5 on the East Coast. And then we actually have one living in Europe and one in Asia. So really spread out everywhere, which shows that you can complete the program 100% online and from absolutely anywhere in the world. One question that I know always comes up for us is that they ask whether if they need to do the GRE or GMAT for our program, and you absolutely don't. We don't require those scores. That's not part of our application packet. So that's one worry off your brains, at least. Absolutely, Melissa. If you're not ready yet to commit to a full degree program, we do offer certificate programs where you can take 3 courses. You can either make your own, or there are 3 set up courses with 3 picked out courses that you can take to kind of get your feet wet, or just to complete a certificate. You can also take individual courses. You can actually, if you decide that you want to take the full degree program after taking those individual courses or the certificate, you can combine up to 12 credit hours into the full degree program. So you can roll those credits over and join the full degree program. There is an intent to enroll form on our website that you need to fill out and submit your resume in order to be evaluated to join a certificate program or take an individual course. What kind of support is available? So if you're an online student and you need support, I'm absolutely here for support for you. I would be your first stop, and if I'm not able to help you, I will reach out to the faculty or to our academic leads for further help. You're more than welcome to reach out to the academic leads as well. But you can also reach out to the faculty too. But I am your first stop. I'm happy to help in any way, and I hopefully can answer your question, but if not, there are other resources as well. Okay, you've never done an online class, but so our format is not necessarily the same as other online courses because we're a cohort format. And so you'll take each course. You don't take any courses. You only take one course at a time, sorry. So you only take one course at a time. Each course starts after the last course ends. Our 2 credit courses are 4 weeks, and our 3 credit courses are 5 weeks. And our program is 15 months long. We do have 4 holiday breaks. We call them holidays, but it's there's a week for Thanksgiving, a week for winter holiday, a week for spring break, and a week built into July for our students to have a break from a pretty intensive schedule. Ellie, we do have, Ellie, thank you for asking. We do have pre-recorded videos, but you have plenty of interaction with other students. There's a live synchronous session each week where you can meet with the professor and other students. That, of course, is not mandatory because we know that you have a busy schedule, but they are recorded so you can view them the next day. But many of our courses have group projects, so you will be interacting with students, and there will be different students in each of your projects for different classes. So you'll be able to interact with most of the students because it's vital to learn from others, and we think it's a great environment to do so. You're welcome, Clinton. Melissa, thank you. We do have group work. We think that it's super important for our students to learn from each other as well as from our professors. So many of the courses do include group projects. And you're able to connect to students from all over with different perspectives, which is amazing. You can connect with other students through Skype, Zoom, email, text, social media, pretty much any way you can. And our students have been very successful with group projects, so it's pretty easy to get them completed. Bridget, hi Bridget. So many of our courses, like I just said, do have final group projects. either individual or group. And at the end of the full program, we have a capstone project that students will work on as well in groups, just because it's so important to learn from others and to work in teams, because most of the real world, you are working in teams. Sorry, I just saw, can you give some examples of what past students have done? We are still in our first cohort, so we don't have examples of what past capstone projects have happened, and our capstone course is still in development. So I don't have a clear picture of exactly what will happen for that capstone project yet, but I know that it will be very interesting, and from what I've heard, it sounds extremely cool. So Clinton, what do your current students like the most about the program? I've heard such great things from our students about how much they're learning from the professors and from the other students in the cohort. They just have really embraced this program and they love what they're learning. I've heard a few of our students are already looking into different career paths, and they credit our program in helping them make those jumps to a new career. So I think those are probably the most important things that our students like about the program. Thank you, Melissa. As a brand manager, SBC will absolutely contribute to your career. We don't have statistics, obviously, because we are still in our first cohort, but we estimate that through our courses, you will be able to learn and be able to, be able to advance in your current career or move into another career, especially in marketing, advertising, and branding. Bridget, are most of your students recent grads or folks who have been in the workforce longer? We have a really great mix, actually. We have some students who are actually, we have one who's still in school as a fifth year redshirt. So sorry, she's still on campus participating in sports. We have some people who have just graduated, and we have some people who have 20+ years of experience. So it's a great mix of individuals who bring tons of different perspectives to the coursework, discussions, and group projects. You guys are great. Thank you for all these questions. How does SBC compare to other online programs like Coursera and IMBA? So like Coursera and IMBA, they are completely online courses. I think the major difference between us and the IMBA is that we have many less students, so you get a more personal feel with your professors and your cohort of students. You also complete the degree program with that cohort. So, so you build these relationships with each other and you learn from each other as the program advances, which is really great. In addition, so the MBA program focuses more on contemporary business management practices, whereas we also focus on that, but we added an emphasis on marketing, advertising, and branding that a typical MBA does not include. So like I said before, if you are out for an interview and you're amongst a sea of MBAs, your MS SBC degree will stand out. Clinton, is there career advisory programs available to help me find a job that fits me? We do have at the University of Illinois a career services program that can absolutely help you fix your resume, work on interview questions, and they also have a job placement posting or job career posts. The College of Business and the College of Media both also have job boards where you can look for current jobs. Plus, our faculty is amazing and they have great connections. So there's a possibility that they can also help you move forward in your career. And Bridget, how large will the cohort be? We're still accepting applications, so we're not sure how large the cohort will be. Our current cohort is 29 students. We are anticipating it's going to be around there, if not just a little bit more, maybe up to about 40, but we won't know the exact number until probably mid-July. Another question that I know that we get sometimes is whether a thesis is required for our degree program, and it is not, which is another thing to, we just have that capstone project for our SBC 512, which is the last course of the program. Oh, thank you, Melissa. So we have a preferred application deadline of April 18th for our fall 2018 cohort. I anticipate, though, that we will be taking applications probably into the beginning or middle of July. Clinton, yes, this is a degree field that's in demand. Marketing and advertising is a huge degree field. Is a huge career field, sorry. And our degree program will absolutely help students navigate marketing and advertising and accelerate their career. I know many students ask about financial aid for our program. Our Office of Student Financial Aid here at the University of Illinois can absolutely help answer any questions. They can be reached at finaid@illinois.edu or at 217-333-0100. We also, I just wrote this down today, there is a subsection of that financial aid office that works directly with veterans and active military. And if you have any questions about how you can apply to our program and utilize those benefits, you can contact them at 333-9283, sorry, 217-333-9283, or at osfaveterans@illinois.edu. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I know we get tons of questions about financial aid, and they are more than qualified to help you answer any of those questions. Clinton, how do you apply? We have an application button on our website at sbc.illinois.edu. You can start your application there, or you can go to choose.illinois.edu/apply, and that should take you to the exact same area to apply for the program. Ellie, unfortunately, there isn't an option to see a sample course because all of our courses are intellectual property, and that would have to be cleared by the professor, and it's just not something that we currently do with the program. Sorry about that. Melissa, what's my favorite part of working for SBC? I love working with the students, and I love working with prospective students. I was going to tell you guys this at the beginning, and I forgot because I'm very nervous, but I am basically a program coordinator here with the program, and I take prospective students through the application process, through registration, through orientation, and help them throughout the program as kind of a coordinator between the students and the professors and the students and the academic lead. So I'm really here as an advocate for you, and I love working with you, and I'm a problem solver, so I really enjoy that aspect of this position. And what do I like most about the University of Illinois? it's always been interesting to me having being at a large university. But to be honest, I was working in apartment management, and my boss at the time introduced me to a great guy who ended up being my husband, and he worked at the University of Illinois, and kind of convinced me that it would be a great opportunity for me to come work here. And so here I am, and I've enjoyed it ever since. I'm going to celebrate my 5-year anniversary here at the university next week, actually. Hi, Mohammed. How are you? Thank you, Clinton. That's very sweet. I appreciate that. I'm trying to think of other things that we get asked a lot, but we've talked about financial aid and we've talked about the cohort. Thanks, Melissa. Do our students have the chance to use you as a resource during it? Absolutely. I am here as a resource for our students in the program, most importantly, but also for perspectives to answer questions and to help them get through the application process and orientation process. So please utilize me. I can also give you the contact information for the academic leads of the program. Like I said earlier, if I can't answer a question, they absolutely can, since they helped develop the program. So all three of us together can definitely help. Yes, Bridget, graduation is in October. So our program runs 15 months. So we start in the middle of August. So our next cohort will start in the middle of August 2018, and it will go into the middle of October 2019. We are currently working on how to handle graduation because our students aren't able to walk in the May celebration, but we are working on having our own graduation ceremony so that our students who want to participate can come and walk, and then having some sort of celebration after that to honor our graduates. You're welcome, Melissa. So the recommendation letters for our application, we prefer to come from professional. They should be professional recommendations. That can be professors, that can be supervisors, previous supervisors. We prefer that not more than one be a colleague. It should be from someone in a higher position than you. But you can always ask, and we can, and I can take it to our academic leads to see what we can do. But yeah, our letters of recommendation should be all professional, not really personal. So shouldn't ask friends or siblings, parents, that type of thing. How much would the program cost? Great question, Clinton. So our program is $831 per credit hour and a $350 program fee per semester. So we are a 32 credit hour degree, and plus $350 times the 4 semesters comes to just under $28,000. It's actually $27,992 for the full degree program. Bridget, speaking of recommendations, can I have all 3 from my current place of work? Absolutely, you can have them from your current place of work. We do have applicants who, like I said, are coming straight from undergraduate, and also some people who have just been working in the same company. So absolutely, they can all come from the same company as long as they're senior to you. Yes. Thank you. That was a great question, Bridget. Anybody else have any questions? Sure, Sure, Melissa. So our partnership between business and media is just that. It's very unique. There, to our knowledge, is not another program that for strategic brand communication that has this partnership between the College of Business and the College of Media. About half of the professors come from the Department of Business Administration and half come from the Department of Advertising. So it's a great blend, and you get perspectives from both sides, both colleges. Extremely interesting and so unique. I think that it's one of the best parts about our program is just how you can take both of these colleges and mold it into one fantastic program. Bridget, do you think 10 to 15 hours per week is reasonable to manage? Yes, absolutely. On our website and from what we usually tell people, we estimate that it'll be 10 to 12 hours per week. So I think that if you allow that 10 to 15, you have yourself a little bit of a cushion. So, and that includes all of the coursework and the readings and the lectures and the live synchronous session. So I think you're in the right ballpark. Clinton, is there much interaction with the professors, or are they just pre-recorded lectures? We actually have a live synchronous session each week. So you are able to connect with the professors there. A lot of people utilize that as kind of an office hours situation where you can ask questions about the projects, about the coursework, and really get to know the professor and get to know your other classmates as well. Of course, you can reach out to your professors anytime. From what I've seen, all of the professors so far are very approachable, and they are easy to get a hold of and will respond to emails very quickly. How long does it take to complete the degree? Thanks, Melissa. It's a 15-month degree program, and we do run it in a cohort. So all of our courses are only taught once per year. So that's why we do the cohort. And so each course will begin as the last one ends. And I think I've mentioned a couple times that we do have 4 breaks in that 15-month program length. 1 week for Thanksgiving, 1 for winter holiday, 1 for spring break, and then there's another week in July scheduled. Especially since we didn't have that scheduled this year. We actually had it in August, and our current cohort of students mentioned that it'd be great, the ones that have kids, to have that week in the middle of summer so that they could spend that week or even go on a family vacation. So we did move that to accommodate families with children. Sorry for this lull. I'm trying to think of some questions we usually get, but you guys have really covered a lot of some of the most important questions that we usually get. Oh, you're welcome, Bridget. Thank you so much for coming to my first Facebook Live. I'm glad that it's been helpful. And please, I'm just going to go ahead and end the Facebook Live now, but I put my contact information in the tagline of the Facebook Live, but don't hesitate to reach out to me. I can be reached at B as in boy, L as in Larry, Bear, like the animal, at illinois.edu, or at 217-300-8081. You can reach out to me anytime. I usually respond to emails within 24 hours. So I'm happy to help with anything. And if there's something that I don't know the answer of, I will find out for you. So thank you all for joining in and bearing with me for my first Facebook Live session. I hope it's been helpful, and I look forward to talking to everybody very soon. Thank you. Bye, guys.